Penis.
Nice. Damn it, I wanted the first word to be nice, guys!
Penis. Nice.
Why wouldn't... I thought I didn't even think I had to mention this. I thought we would just be all on the same page implicitly.
Why would we ever think that?
Because it's session 69!
It's session 60
Yeah, but-
nice.
I have never been more disappointed in anybody in my life. Well, today's ruined, but let's do it anyways. Welcome back to Vestige of Ophiuchus, Nat19, Campaign 1, Session is 69. Eric.
Eric's dead.
Do it.
Do what?
The recap?
No.
Oh.
What are we doing? Do it.
Penis. Penis.
No, not that.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Okay. So, Spence!
Damn
Thank
it.
God.
What happened last time?
I haven't done it in so long, I'm so happy.
Really hoping it'd be Carrie. just.
Because I had the smallest odds,
Yeah.
and that's my fucking luck. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it was just a shopping episode last time.
Wow.
We spent money.
Yeah, a lot of money
We
was
spent
spent
a lot
last
of
game.
money.
Yeah, a lot of potions were bought. Heckin' some magic items as we went to the
Where's your
I can't
fucking
remember the
Ryuji
magic
voice,
shop.
bitch?
Yeah, real dropping the ball
We don't
here.
have to do that. Aviani isn't here anymore.
What
Exactly.
the? No. No. No, I want it.
So here's the breakdown of
Yes.
son. So what happened was we went to this heckin' this magic item shop that I can't remember the name of. The guy there was really bored, and
That was the game before last, wasn't it?
what
That was the game before last, wasn't it?
was it?
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I can't remember. I thought it was just a shopping episode last time.
I mean, we did do a lot of shopping, but I can't remember if that shopkeeper was last game or the game before because we also shopped the game before.
The shopping episode was the game before.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we bought things. And the other group recruited Omar into their drow shenanigans, and he was like, cool, that's great.
Hell yeah.
Where am I? And let's see. Did we talk to the lady last time too?
No, that was the time before.
That was the time before? Okay.
Yee.
I'm gonna give you a break and say you were pretty tired last time, so this is acceptable.
Yeah. I only remember buying things. And Omar.
We fought. Spencer, you fought last time.
All right, I kicked Lexi's ass and then lied about it.
How dare you? Like, lied about it. Yeah, that's fair. I was like, you told her that she won.
That's pretty much it.
I taught my to buy her a trick.
That's very important.
It's so important.
It's important enough for me to remember. I think that's all the important bits.
Your first day of travel. As you guys continue to move out of Summergrass. As described before, I'm going to leave a note real quick on the calendar that states, what is it? Is the 9th, 1 p.m.? Okay. Party diverges at 1 p.m.
Lexi will have to walk up to Logan and want to talk to him about something at some point. I'm just in case we get attacked by things. I just want to know.
Well, here's what I have to say to that.
She's not here. Okay, wait.
Logan, that's just a regular bird!
Oh, right. Sorry. It's hard to tell the difference.
I've got no power.
So, as you guys move, you spend the majority of the day traveling. I'd like everybody just immediately to click off rations.
I wanted to actually ask about about something regarding that.
Yes.
Oh.
Like near the end of the day, I want like during like the hour of kind of free time, I want to either like go out hunting or like start setting up some of my hunting traps that I still have.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
You get it. I'm
Take
very
off one
good at
ration.
those.
You are very
Very
good
good at those.
Disgusting.
All right, in that case, so roll me 2d4.
Get it.
4. Okay, so for the purposes of what we're doing, as you go out, you set up several of your traps. I would say expend. How many traps do you have on you?
I wish there was a control F for for hunting traps.
Yeah, the inventories are pretty bulky.
I've got 2.
Okay, let's say get rid of one of them.
Okay.
As you set up near the end of the day, as the group comes to about 8ish, 9ish, when the sun might start. Just before the sun starts going down, so you still have light. You find an area you think that animals might be going through, set up a trap, and stalk out the area. Within an hour or so, you find a relatively large deer that is moving through the wilderness, gets caught in it, and rather expertly you manage to get over to it and manage to kill it before it does any major damage to itself. I'd say that you could get 4 people's worth of rations out of this particular day.
Perfect.
Oh. We didn't need to check off those rations. God damn it.
No, it depends on who he gives them to.
That's fair.
There's 6 of you.
Yeah, there are.
It's fine. Just feed the NPCs and yourself.
So there's me, there's Lexi, there's Sunder, there's Quinn, there's Lyra. Who's the 6th one?
Winchester.
Winchester.
I don't think I can feed deer to a horse.
No.
Something weird about that.
Is he a deer?
I actually don't know if you can.
Standing in front of Winchester holding the fucking deer meat, like, no.
Winchester's eyes just like dart to Quintus and back to the deer meat.
What? It's
like,
good,
whoa.
Winchester.
As things get dark, Sunder kind of gets a bit more animalistic. His ears perk up a little bit, and he's just very, no, don't worry about me. I'll be back soon. And he just takes off into the wilderness as you guys settle in. Comes back relatively soon with It doesn't come back with anything, but as he comes back, you see him like wipe his mouth. He's like, I'm good.
Awesome. That's sick.
And Lyra and Quinn, I don't know, do you wanna... Whenever you guys are doing your watch, Lyra is keeping watch and is keeping you company. They're playing their violin, as they do very softly, trying to help everybody relax a little bit. Is there anything you want to do during this particular time?
Yeah. While she is doing that, and I wake up with the sun, I would rouse Winchester, and I would like point Winchester in a direction, like, hey, keep watch over there. And knowing that Quinn knowing that he's not very good at these things, but knowing that there are 2 other people around who are okay at it. I would like to go over and sit with Lyra and potentially like bring out that new viola I have and be like, room for one more?
Absolutely there is.
Again, I'm not very confident in my ability with this thing, but
I wasn't
wanted
even
to-
aware that you were able to play at all.
I had mentioned before when we were at the party that I'd like to try to show off a little bit of what I was taught as a kid, but again, it's not very confident in it, but I thought it'd be fun.
Well, as long as you're confident that you playing isn't going to wake everybody up, let's hear what you've got.
Then he just turns around like, oh fuck, am I gonna wake everyone up? No.
Quiet down out there!
I will go for it, and he will attempt to go and be embarrassed. I did okay.
Oh shit!
Hey.
Oh, no.
Not as embarrassed.
As you play it,
Still embarrassed.
you manage to play in such a way that it doesn't manage to bother everybody. The song and the sound are appropriate for the mood, a little bit somber as the sun comes up. Eventually, Lyra kind of just faintly smiles at what's happening. It's a very calm thing, given how early it is. None of you are particularly high energy, and They start playing alongside you, and the two of you experience the sun rising as if you are beckoning it to do so as you were playing.
I find myself wondering, is this something that you're going to keep doing after we part ways? Or is this something you're doing just to impress me?
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Whenever I was training as a knight, this didn't seem like the most important thing to me at the time. But recently, especially after having been saved by you and noting all of the skills that everyone in my party has, it's something that has caught my interest. I'm glad that I was able to at least do this, though I do have to note, are you planning on leaving?
I am.
They didn't tell me.
After everything concludes here, I never intended to stay in Summergrass. I was traveling before I got accosted by Murkwire, and I plan to keep on traveling afterwards. And
Makes a
since
lot
I
of
don't
sense.
have any particular reason to stick around any of you, I figure that I might as well go on my way. I am going to be the voice of this generation, after all.
I guess I took for granted that you'd be with us for a bit. I had thought that maybe we'd be traveling around and you would speak of our stories. So, I guess it makes sense that you want to finally go out there after you have your freedom and revenge.
There are far more stories in the world than just those of the highest standard, and I'm
Very
interested in hearing a lot of them, and making up for lost time, considering what happened to... Well, I don't mean to be glum, considering what happened to my teacher, but...
I'm glad you were able to retrieve your violin, at the very least. I'm glad that we were able to retrieve that for you. Oh, help you retrieve it. There was a hope that potentially He kind of sits there like, I hadn't thought about you making your way away. Will it happen after we're done with this?
That's the idea. After we're done here, I'm going to head back. I'm going to consolidate everything I can in the town, pick up whatever people owe me, check in on a couple of obligations I have with a couple of people, and then I'm going to say my goodbyes, which it's going to be somewhat difficult, I suppose. I've become rather affectionate of more than just all of you.
Whenever we were leaving the bar before, it seemed like you had a lot of friends.
I've got a couple of people that I'd say are more than acquaintances at this point, and I will be very sad saying goodbye to them. But
never
such is
return?
the life of a bard.
Will you never return to Summergrass?
I'm sure I will, but it's not exactly my style of living to keep people waiting. If I'm going to be leaving, I don't want to keep them holding on for my inevitable return. Plus, it's kind of in my nature to pick people up and let them go.
Well, I'm glad you were able to pick us up when you showed. Otherwise, we would not have even
Survived?
had a chance. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us, Lyra.
Same to you, I will say. If I was ever going to stay with anyone, I suppose it would have been traveling with a lot of you, but you already have a relatively full band, and I'm just not entirely sure that the places we're going make sense for me.
We have plenty of places we are getting pulled to, that's for sure. I wish we knew exactly where we were going to be heading, but it won't be goodbye.
I have a feeling we'll cross paths again. I certainly hope that we will.
Whenever we're in need inside of another hole,
I'll probably show up and have to pull you out of it again.
I'll look forward to it.
Maybe next time that I pick you up, you can make things a little bit more fun for me before I have to inevitably let you go.
Oh, you weren't having fun? I thought that all the death traps was going to be the perfect way to show a lady a good time.
I suppose I'd imagined you had a different sort of fun in mind for me after a while, but I guess I understand.
I suppose there was...
It's rare that I'm rebuffed. People don't usually, after I make any kind of advance on people, they don't normally say no to me, so I guess it took me a little bit by surprise. But maybe you recognized something that I didn't.
I'll be perfectly honest. I thought perhaps I was just taken in by what Scandal had said to me, but I didn't think that I would be someone who would be that interesting.
That witch and I have different interests.
At the moment, I can say that I'm, right now, really looking forward to an answer from someone whom I recently showed my interest in. It is hard because there are so many people in my life who are incredible, especially one who saved my life right here. There was something different about one of them. And I think it was more than just a admiration, which I do feel I have for you. I think that'd be the best way that I can put what I feel about you, Lyra.
However you feel about this other person, I'm sure that they don't share a couple of qualities that wouldn't have made us work anyways. I'd been thinking about it, and after it became relatively evident that you weren't going to come and try to spend any off time with me, I formed a couple of connections at the bar, and I've been having fun, and I'm sure there are people that work for you. I'm a relatively free spirit, and when I think about exactly what it is that you do, being confined to the duties of a noble, having to keep up with all of that, keep up appearances, not being allowed to roam freely, that's probably was never going to suit me anyways. So I hope, whoever it is you've got your eyes on, I'm sure they're better suited for that than I am. And this works out better for both of us anyways.
I'm going to miss you when you leave.
You'll be hearing about me. Everyone will. Give it a few years.
If you ever find your way, well, in the land away, I've been rethinking a lot of my noble duties as well recently, and seeing what they would actually equate to in the grand scheme of things. So maybe I can show something that'll be a little bit more entertaining than just walking around in noble garb and talking politics.
That doesn't bother me as much as it might bother some people. I just couldn't live the life.
I'm very glad that Vogan seems to be excited about leaving. He was basically skipping when we left the city. But thank you very much, Lyra. I will miss you.
Funny enough, I think Vogan's way of life is probably more suited to mine. I'll miss you as well. But as long as you've got Mariam, I'm never very far away. You can contact me anytime you want.
Either way, this isn't the end. We still have a couple of days. Shall we continue?
Seen
Yo,
you
Quinn.
play that?
Gain an inspiration.
Aww. Hell yeah.
For not fucking on session 69.
For holding back.
Yeah.
Vogan, you start to hear the sounds of small, almost tremors. Not massive ones, but a footstep-like tremors, as if something large is moving out in the darkness. As you notice this, as you settle in, it's about at the end of your watch this is happening. As you settle in, you stand slowly as you hear it, and you start to become aware of the rustling of bushes and trees around you. As you rest, you notice these things. You notice up on the cliff, you can't see it because of the elevation of it, but you hear movement coming from up above. You hear the... Roll me another perception check to determine the exact length, like, detail of what you hear. Oh my god! You see a very large shadow, something that looks at a distance to be the size of what you would assume to be a giant, standing at least 20 feet, 25 feet tall, moving in and among the trees. You can see it trying to move very slowly, and then you see the forms of various...
trying to sneak.
You see the forms of various tiny humanoids moving along the cliff face, blending in with, like, shrubs and bushes that are up at the top of it. As you pay attention to this, you hear a noise coming from off to the side of you, and you're aware that there are two large, vaguely goblinoid, you can't tell exactly what they are, but there's two vaguely goblinoid creatures that are bigger than you guys, standing at about 8-9 feet tall each, sort of circling around the area. You become aware there's been some coordinated effort to sneak up on you that has not succeeded, but you are... Oh, they think that they're still sneaking up on you.
I'd like draw my sword of eruption, yelling sharpen as I draw it.
Alright, doing
And
that
then-
would wake everybody else up.
Hey.
Because you saw it and because you alerted them, heckin' everybody, I'll give you this. Everybody roll me a, let's say a perception check of your own.
Why do you hurt me?
That's good.
Not bad.
That's good.
Hey.
Roll one for Sunder 2 as well, please.
Oh yeah.
And Winchester. I'm kidding.
Get it, Winchester. Oh, he's down.
Winchester is the only person in the group who... I gotta roll one for Lyra real quick. Although Lyra's pretty observant, so I'm not gonna worry too much about this. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Oh, not one.
Yeah.
Do it.
You willed it into existence.
Well, Lyra got an 8. Lyra will also be surprised on this first turn. I would like everybody to please roll initiative.
That makes sense.
And then, this is the first time I'm using Sunder in combat.
It's true.
Winchester, you're independent right now. Go.
Go, boy.
I've had him for a couple sessions.
Get him,
now. I'm finally
Winchester!
fighting with him.
Bam. You rolled for Winchester, right?
Yep.
All right. Given Vogan's thing, you yell sharpen, draw your weapon out as you do. Everybody immediately like gets up and becomes aware something is happening around you. I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal all of the enemies.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Oh my God!
As you become aware of a band led by what looks to be a large single-eyed giant that you would know as a Cyclops, standing up, lifting up a large rock from where it is, like taking part of the cliff out and just ripping it out and raising it above its head. As looking to the side of you, these two greenish goblinoids, after hearing you yell sharpen, you just see them bare their fangs, spread out their claws and rush towards you. Alright. Sunder!
Alright.
Get him, boy.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm
It's
so
an
nervous.
ambush. I haven't had to fight in quite some time. Let's see how good I am at it.
It's okay. He's fluid. You can get him.
He's gonna stand up.
He stands!
Alright. Okay. He's gonna use his bonus action to activate the Sword of Winter, and then gonna wander on over, and he's gonna make 2 attacks against this troll.
Alright,
Get him.
yeah, he gets up, he launches himself towards it, the blade appears, and in the darkness of the night, it almost seems to give off a moonlight-esque glow to it, as the blade forms from particles of water. Just for the sake of flavor, you guys actually see some of the raindrops that fall around it seem to stop around it, and get pulled into it as it's forming its blade. As he strikes it, the water peels off of the blade as it moves, like as a semi-solid blade that almost looks like a wave of energy moving, like a splash of moonlight every time it strikes. Go ahead, roll the attack.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Oh! Sunder coming in strong with a crit!
What a debut! Oh, I love this boy.
Oh.
Die!
He strikes him,
That's a new
he
personal
deals
best,
21
Sunder.
damage to him as he hits him. That's a new personal best, I'll say.
Yeah, it is. My God.
This
All
thing's
right.
good. I like this.
Second attack.
Oh!
Guys,
That makes sense.
that's about
That makes sense.
And then, as he's looking at it, if this were a show, this would be the moment to be like, this is really strong. And just like looking at the handle, I guess I shouldn't let my... And then just a hand hits him and knocks him back. But he goes for another attack on it, but the troll manages to bring up a hand and kind of breaks apart the blade as it's coming at him, and then the blade reforms back into it, but not causing any damage. One of the goblins that's up there is going to go ahead, and it's going to...
retreat.
It's not
Yeah,
going to
smart.
retreat.
He sees a hobgoblin and he's like, oh, fuck.
And he gets the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to fire at Vogan.
No, wait! That's not what I wanted at all.
Better.
I am your better.
It takes out its short bow, and it is going to do 2 things. One, it is going to get back, and it is going to get out of your sight and use its bonus action to hide. After it does, though, it's going to sneak back into view, just like crawling towards you, aim a short bow out, and it's going to fire. Since it broke line of sight with you, it
Do
will
I
just
get to make a perception against his stealth?
do it with disadvantage, because it did hide when like line of sight was entirely broken.
Gotcha. Disadvantage and perception. Bang.
As it
Not
seems
great.
to duck down and vanish, And then you see it again, but only as you hear an arrow whizzing through the air. It's going to attack you with advantage, but you have your armor on, so you're in the best place to take this. Unless it rolls a Nat 19, in which case, Vogan, a small arrow collides with your armor and hits you. You take 4 damage as you kind of reel back, and you just hear...
I yell back in Goblin, "You're dead!"
you hear it just go... Vogan's turn.
We ever heard you speak Goblin before?
Probably not. I sometimes said that. No, I haven't spoken Goblin in front of you guys.
It's one of them!
That arrow's infected Vogan with Goblin! Gobliosis!
I'm gonna run over to this troll over here.
Good. Dude, I was gonna point at that boy. I wanted you to get him. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. I'm going to bonus action activate the longsword of eruption here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that only for one attack, or is this...
It's for 1 turn.
Okay, cool. Then I will activate said fire.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make some attacks on this boy here.
Okay. Make sure you tick off the... Okay, you did. Good.
Mm-hmm. Hiya.
That is a hit.
Jesus
Cool.
Christ, you gross.
I'm gonna add some things to this. I'm gonna scorpion mark him. What? We're about to take a long rest. May as well.
No, you just gross.
As he's coming for the swing, things go into slow motion, and just all sort of like... Just a data screen appears in his vision, and various targeting reticles just move in on the troll on different parts of his body.
Yeah. And
Target acquired, weaknesses analyzed, composition identified, attacking weak points.
It's into the fucking Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Discombobulate. I also added a point of grit.
Gotcha.
And it's time to die. Hi-yah!
It takes 26 damage as you go towards it. The volcano like flames on the blade all light up and erupt as a wave of fire blasts forward. There's this weird, there's a joint shot of, on one side, a moonlight strike hitting the other troll while you hit it with flames. Heckin', yeah, you do your 26 damage. It seems to recoil from it. It does not care for fire.
That's good. I don't like it. That's why I wanted to go after the trolls.
Good call.
Second attack.
That's a hit.
That hits.
Surprising no one.
Surprising.
Oh no, it's adamantine troll skin box head.
Oh, no.
You do another 18 damage to it?
Yep. Dragon Surge.
Of course.
Pew!
Hiya!
That's a hit. Oh.
I want this thing to die now.
Oh my god.
Hey man, there may only be a few of you who are still playing Vestige. Everything's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah. All right. And okay, it's almost dead. I assume.
You cut into it. It does, as you slice into it. Yes, you carve away at the body of the troll, and there's several large marks. You find that as you strike it, the flames connecting with the blood cause the blood to boil off instantly, and you hear a aggressive sizzling coming from its wounds that cause it to reel back, and it's just. And then Vogan goes.
Fire
15
seems to be very effective against these things.
Cyclops is going to take the large rock that it's been wrestling with.
That's
you
a problem.
guys hear a cracking as it pulls a giant rock and lifts it over its head, stumbles forward down the slope a bit. You just hear you hear the sound of this huge Winchester-sized rock soaring through the air. It's gonna have disadvantage, but this is going to go for... I'm just gonna go ahead and 1d6. This is going to go for Sunder.
No! It's his first fight. You can't do this.
It is disadvantage because of where
the sword.
as it throws it, you see it as it's soaring, it like puts its hand above its eye, as if it's like watching it go through the air and squinting at it. And in that ones, it hits the tree in front of Sunder. The rock collides with it, crushes part of it, branches begin snapping off, and then you see the tree briefly catch the giant rock, and then buckle under its weight and falls to the side. So this tree is no longer there.
Nice.
Bye, tree.
Oh, bye, tree.
You see the Cyclops just kind of give a like shucks fist pound, be like, as Lexi, you're up.
Okay. Higgity fuck.
All these sneak attacks.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna aim for the boy that's about to go on vote. I would like to use my Fey Touch spell to Lexi mark this boy.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
Hell yeah.
Got him.
hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah. I have a question about my arrows. Like, I'm probably gonna use my slow boy, but once I've like summoned my fancy arrows, if I wanted to use normal arrows and my longbow, my fancy ones go away, and I would need to use another bonus action to send them back. No?
No.
That's good to know.
They remain around.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Okay.
You, one sec. To be specific.
Yes.
Here to do. When summoned, you create a number of amulet arrows equal to your proficiency bonus that float around you. They just stay around you until you complete a short or long rest, at which point they vanish, until you use them, and then you can summon them again if you wanted to.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, I'm gonna use my fancy boy, and I'm gonna try to shoot this boy.
Alrighty.
Heck a shot, you.
That's absolutely a hit.
Yeah. I could die.
You
Oh, and I
tell
got fucking sneak attack because Vogan's there. Oh,
It's true.
And my hunter's mark. This is gonna be gross, y'all.
It's gonna be real nasty. You could be a real nasty boy right now.
I'm just applying things. I'm sorry. I
Don't
could take
apologize.
this, you butthole.
You fire at it, you strike it. As you hit it, it reels back as the arrow pierces through its heart. It lets out a as blood comes up through its throat, spilling out of its mouth, and it slumps down and falls to the ground.
Good job, Lexi.
You're welcome. So yeah,
Sunder's turn.
Oh, right. All right. He's gonna
Watch
get
out,
real
Thunder,
big.
this thing's healing. You probably know that because you can see it.
Wow.
He's gonna get really big.
Yeah, he is!
Yeah, he is. He's gonna use his bonus action to
Yeah.
use Giant's Might.
I guess.
What?
I guess I've got to even the playing field then. I'll just have to hit it harder than it can regenerate.
And he says, as if that's a thing.
No, it's totally a thing. I believe in him.
Sunder
Fuck.
strikes his fists both together, and you see his body, like, muscles begin to ripple. Runic symbols cover his body briefly, and there's a flash of energy as he just expands up and gets toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye with the troll in front of him.
All
can do
right.
Vogan, did you know that he could do that?
I did not.
Just Vogan with a controller in his hand, guiding Sunder. No, I didn't!
No, I had no idea. Yeah. All right. Just gonna swang.
It's a hit.
All right. I'm gonna. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
He's gonna get him.
You know,
Get him. Get
Both
him.
attacks are going to be the same against the same target, so.
Yeah.
And he strikes. He does
That wasn't
9
very
damage. Well, it happens.
Yeah.
Trust me, it happens.
Yeah. Second attack is a miss. Unless it's not.
No, that's a miss.
That would have
Goes,
helped me.
goes for
Makes
the
you feel better.
goes for the attack, strikes towards it, cuts into
Even
it. The
with the
troll
shield.
backs up. He then brings it up again and strikes down. But given the size of the blade and that he's not used to using it while in his giant form, he clumsily misses it.
All right. He's gonna use an action surge.
Oh!
2 more attacks.
Oh,
God,
Shonder.
Sunder.
He really started strong. You peaked early. That hits!
Oh,
There we go.
He deals 14 damage
Yeah.
with that one.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Okay. And that is gonna be. He's gonna wander on over there. All right. I already used my bonus action, so I can't use my flame thing. So I'm gonna move up to this goblin here. Hey.
You start all the way down there, you just take off, it like tries to follow you, and as it's looking around for you, you just reach over and tap its shoulder, and it turns excitedly and fearfully towards you.
Hey. Oh.
that's what?
You.
Oh right, I was
you
still targeting the troll. Sorry.
You did hit the goblin. Just
Okay.
make sure you
Hooray!
untarget the troll.
Yeah.
You strike.
Fucking die.
It has 1 hit point left. As you hit it. Oh
No! Wait! I'm gonna use overwhelming advance.
Okay.
Yeah, on this fucking gob. All right.
I have to.
I promised that he will be dead.
I promised that he
You
died.
hit him.
Die.
You kill him. That's as you do this, as you strike him and then bring the blade out and strike sideways. It like ignites the 2 halves of his body. He lets out a as he just falls into flame. And then as you look out and you look up at the goblin that's just up next to you, at Goblin 2, and you're like, "Oh wait, it was you."
Oh wait, hold on.
As you notice, that was not the one that you threatened before.
Yeah. Sorry. All you goblins look the same to me.
Is that you?
That's me.
Okay.
How many?
The Cyclops is going to go. Seeing what happened, the Cyclops is going to look towards you, Vogan. It's going to step forward. As it does, it crashes down in your general direction, picking up a large club on its way. As it does, it just bats its hand and bats the goblin out of the way and off the cliff.
Wow.
The goblin is going to take 8 damage from this.
Fucking die.
As it just...
Hey, I wasn't done with that.
Alright. Winchester Quintus. Quinchester.
Quinchester.
Let's murder the boy in front of me, you see.
I
Get
see.
him.
I understand.
Murder him forever and always. Hiya.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a 25. That's a hit, is what that is.
Hiya.
Get him.
You do
Get 'em.
10 damage to it.
It took
Kill
the
it.
lower number, damn it.
It takes the first one.
Hiya.
That's a hit.
Hiya.
It takes another 17 as you cut into
Nice.
it. It slowly
nice.
falls to its knee. Very distraught, very hurt looking.
Fucking die.
Right?
Okay, petition. Action surge is no longer. It is now.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's a hit. And it is
Yay!
down.
There we
You
go.
cut into it.
Dead forever.
Yep.
Finally hits the ground.
Well,
All right, go kill that
and-
goblin.
Yeah, I should go kill this goblin really quick. I'm sure that nothing bad's gonna happen over here.
Yeah.
And y'all.
That's a hit. Goodbye, goblin.
So long, goblin. I miss you dearly.
As it stands up from being thrown to the bottom of the cliff, it just lets out a. It's like pats its own body in disbelief that it's alive. It turns to the side as it hears galloping. Gets slammed into the wall as you charge into it. We cut away to the next turn as you do. Is that you? Is that all of your stuff?
Bogan, we got them all down here. you have the last
I'll take
one.
care of this thing. Also, some help would be appreciated because this thing hits like a truck. Or
Don't
whatever
worry,
a
there's nothing
truck
It
down
hits
here
like a
for me
wagon.
to do.
Like a carriage.
There's nothing down here left for me to do. I'll be right up, buddy.
Oh, Jesus.
You still
The other troll stands
Oh no, my baby boy!
and is going to very slowly saunter on over towards Lyra.
You guys!
Oh,
It, like, gets over to them, lunges the last 10 feet of the movement, brings its claw up. Lyra, I'm gonna see if you have anything that we want to use against this real fast.
Hey, no, wait, I killed you!
I killed it.
No, doesn't have anything that's going to directly interact with this. It's going to go for its attack on Lyra. Brings a claw down. As it does, she looks over to it. I could have sworn that you weren't among the... As it gets a crit.
Oh, no! Wait! I'm gonna use Sunder's ability now. Yeah, it's within 30 feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just outside.
No!
Oh,
God damn it.
That bites.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, it is literally just outside the range.
Let me use this ability, Logan!
I will when it makes... when it makes... Oh, here's the thing, too. It's technically not even them. It's... They'd be there, so... Oh, but you're big, so the range would be that, but... Yeah. Sad bia. Lyra takes 24 damage as it hits her. One of the claws digging into her shoulder much farther than she'd be comfortable taking damage. She lets out a yell. Quinn, you recognize and hear this, and you look back in time to see both trolls are back up and active. Lexi! Woohoo!
But here's what I feel, Lyra, and I'm worried for Lyra, so I want to save my last fancy arrow for the Cyclops boy. He succeeded on slow. Do I hit him with a normal boy and save the
You can
slow
try and hit
for
him
the
with
big
the
boy?
slow.
Well, I only
I'd say
have one
save
left.
your fancy arrows for the Cyclops.
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to do. I was saving my last one for the big boy. So
Yeah,
okay,
the big
we'll shoot
big.
him for the big. Okay, we'll try to shoot. Is he still Hunter's Mark?
Yes, oh, sorry, you'll have to reapply it because of the mistake from earlier.
One.
But
Okay,
yes.
cool. Wanted to make sure.
We'll make a Pikachu.
I would love to make a Pikachu. Okay. Heckin' get Pachooed you.
That hits.
Cool, and Lyra's right there, so I get my snack attack.
It's true.
You leave her alone!
You shoot it, you hit it again, it lurches forward, its claw, which previously had been, like, wrapped around and trying to pierce into Lyra, goes limp as it stumbles forward and crashes into the ground.
Lyra, you should get away from it because I don't know if it's actually dead.
I'm not sure. But I wonder if there's a way that we can specifically keep it from getting back up again. But are you specifically certain that fire will stop it from coming back to life?
Pretty sure.
What is the basis?
told me
What
so.
is the basis for this information?
I hit it with a fire sword and it didn't like it.
Well, yes, but
That's
it's
as far as I got.
But it's down now and it got up before.
Yeah, but that was before. Oh,
It just seems like this requires future testing.
Just try fire.
All right.
Fire's always a good option.
All right, I'll try it. I'm just saying, I don't think that we have a scientific basis for thinking this is going to necessarily absolutely work.
Lyra's going to go, and for the sake of what we're doing, Lyra's going to use another fireball. Because there's no reason not to.
Yep.
For the purposes of what we're doing, I'm not going to roll damage, because she's just using it onto downed corpses. They can't really dodge. Where are you? I'm going to tick off the fireball. She again plays a very long, sharp note on the violin, strikes the bow off of it, a mote of fire appears on the end, which she hurls up a bit into the sky above the two of them. It erupts, burns away part of the tree that is still remaining standing as the two trolls' bodies catch on fire, and you hear this grotesque sizzling, and all of you can immediately smell this putrid stench coming from them as their bodies begin to rapidly boil and sizzle.
All right, well, that was disgusting, but it seems to have done something.
Do you think it worked?
I think
they're dead?
I think they're melting.
See? I told you it'd work.
Shut up,
All right. Yeah, you did.
Quinchester, your turn.
Get him.
I can't get in there.
Yeah. Do you still have your reach weapon?
I do.
Yeah.
Or I could jump off of Winchester.
That's also possible.
I'm gonna jump off of Winchester. Because I
Look at all these.
I don't rather like Winchester like getting pounded at by this thing. At the same time though, I want to murder this guy with my sun sword, so
Look at all these fancy boys and their fancy swords over here.
Damn.
You idiots!
sword boy!
We've all got enchanted, unique swords!
Yeah. Should we do?
Boys and their swords.
yeah,
That's a hit.
yeah.
You deal 14 damage to it as you strike it. Lyra.
Fireball it.
Fireball all of you, just meow.
Take us all out.
Think of the value. Think of the values.
Think of all the experience you'll get, Lyra. That's why you saved us that day, so we get our levels up and get more experience.
Wow.
Hold on. So
Be
it's-
worth more.
That's first. She's not gonna fireball it, but let's see. She is going to. She puts her. She like just swivels the bow around, and you see like a little circle of fire get drawn, and a tiny sphere of what looks like flame just builds up on the edge of it. She kind of pokes her bow into it, moves it up, and it just starts growing. And she's going to 5th level chromatic orb him.
Oh my god.
It appears this spinning orb of flame as large as her, just above her head, which she's going to heckin' strike forward. That is a hit. And let's see, it's
Hell yeah, get
1,
'em.
2, 3, 4. As she deals
God, it's not dead.
24 damage to it as she hurls it. It strikes it. It did a fair bit of damage, but
Oh, it's pretty Omni Slash of her.
It's pretty Omni Slash of her.
Larry, you're really cool.
Thanks, I try. Being around a lot of you, I've gotten to use my sorcery more, so I'm getting a little bit better at it.
It's really cool.
Look at his head!
and heckin', she is then also going to
Barely any left.
she's gonna go ahead and 2nd level healing word.
She can
Spell driver rules. As long as one of them's under 3rd level, she's
Keep
gonna
forgetting that.
2nd level healing word Sunder.
You're doing great!
Aw.
Don't listen to him! You're not a burden!
No.
I like her.
There's your shit,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss her.
Cyclops' turn. Cyclops is gonna go. He is only able to make the 1 attack, so he's gonna make it against Vogan.
That makes sense.
Reels back. This is your 1 shot, buddy. Don't waste it. He got a crit.
Big
with this.
Wow.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, hold on.
He brings the club back and swings at you as if he's playing golf.
It's like, oh, nice. I get. He gets 3 chakra points back.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hey! You take it hits you. You take 19 damage, reduced from 38.
Oh god, damn.
Well.
It's you. There's
Ow!
there's
He
just
really made it
it
count.
just swings. There's just a as you guys see Vogan just slow motion get hit and slide back.
I'm fine. All right, finish it off, Quinn.
Let's end this!
Get
Or,
him.
maybe not, depending on his health. Hi-ya!
Get him.
That hits. So we're playing Nat19.
Ah!
Captain America walks up. So, you're playing Nat19.
All I have to do is get a 3.
Ah!
All I need is at least a 3.
Oh god.
Rolls a
Do you have any
2.
favor? You have any favor?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
God
Going
damn
for it.
Hell.
Here we go.
You hit. Do it.
Nice.
Okay.
Omni Slash!
How do you want to do this?
Well done, Quinn.
I'd like to just imagine during all of this, like we were slicing with our 3 swords. Lyra comes in with the big like freaking orb. Then you see just the arrow striking in, slowing the boy. Does that one attack on Vogan, and then just slicing upwards with the sunblade after those 2 get their strikes, and just basically making a scar all the way up this boy, slicing through his eye.
Oh, hell yeah.
As you do, it lets out as it reels back. It then falls backwards and with a thunderous crash hits the ground. It briefly seems to... You hear the sound of gurgling coming from its throat for a second as it starts drowning in its own blood, and then eventually it stops and its body goes limp.
All right, somebody kill it with fire.
At the end of my turn, second win.
There's absolutely no reason why you should have to. You see a chromatic orb come up and hit it nonchalantly, but there, I hit it with fire. It's... There you go.
All right, good. It's best to make sure.
Yeah, it's better to be safe.
yeah.
Logan, can I keep one of the nicer looking berries and give it to Lexi?
Sure.
Oh no.
I found a nice looking berry, and I was like, here you go.
What?
I found this.
Like you would a pet. How cute.
Like you would have pet, yeah.
Sorry,
it is.
my commentary is
Probably
unnecessary.
wouldn't.
I'm
It probably
sorry.
wouldn't be a strawberry, but I'd like it to be. Probably
You're
just like
right.
a wild berry.
Oh, thank you very
If
much.
you if you want this, apparently Winchester really likes them, and I thought they were pretty good, and they haven't poisoned me yet. So
You think that I eat the same things as a horse?
oh, you might eat the same things as I did whenever I ate them to check them if they were poisoned.
Okay. They're definitely not poisoned though, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
Here's an antidox. Just in case.
You need to wash it down with this, just in case.
Oh my god.
Why don't you take some antitoxin and wash it down with some berries? No reason for that order.
Quinn?
Yeah. What's up? This rain is so loud. I'm kidding now.
Yeah, I don't like it. I've been thinking about stuff. About what we talked about.
Which one in particular are we talking about?
The big mouse conversation.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it burned down.
Yeah, I've been thinking about a lot of things. I was talking to Vogan about some stuff, and he said that with these things, communication is very important.
Logan is wise. I'm kidding.
So something that you said during that conversation that I'm just kind of curious about, and I'm not like mad at anything. I'm just curious about like what you meant by it. When you said that you liked me, you said that one of the things that made you think about liking me was when we were at the Crystal Queen's castle, and I was like pretending to be somebody else. That feels a little weird to me. That you started thinking about liking me when I wasn't being me. You know? I'm just kind of curious what you meant.
Well, I guess it'd be easier if I explained more about me, I suppose. Because that is something that I believe, at least back then, and probably still to an extent now. I don't think I've grown that much since joining here, but I wasn't really very trusting of all of you in the beginning. I have done some rash things in the past, and in recent memory as well, but thanks to all of you, that's been taken care of to an extent. I used to always think that the only way to make sure something would go right is if I did it myself. I realize that other people have their abilities and their skills, and as I mentioned before with my viol, I learned to love that about all of you. Each of you have your own individuality and your own things you can do that can take care of yourselves, and it was less you pretending to be someone else, Lexi, and more that was the moment that I felt like that was the moment you impressed me. You really impressed me in that moment. You were able to take care of yourself wonderfully. I didn't have to do anything to aid you. You were able to shine brightly in that situation. Before then, I am sorry to say, I didn't really see any ways for me not to try to protect you. In that moment, I felt that you could take care of yourself. And it
I was
really
kind of
impressed me.
helping you too.
In that moment, it was definitely more believable that I was with someone else, and if it hadn't have been someone else with me, we might not have made it out of there. If it wasn't for you, the Crystal Queen might have found everything out a lot sooner, and I might not be here. I give myself a little credit in thinking that I also aided you in a way, but I feel as if you could have got away a lot easier than I could have.
I'm a lot sneakier than you. You have on your big armor.
I didn't put things together clearly back then. The big mouse was scary. But ever since talking with everyone recently and going through, well, my own thoughts about it, I started to think that maybe the big mouse isn't that scary, or doesn't have to be. I know Avi already mentioned she's going to murder me if anything happens, but you're important to me. Everyone else is as well, but that's just how I feel. And obviously, I'm not wanting anything to be rushed or anything of that nature, but I feel that going forward, I'm trying to learn more about each of you and about myself. And it's fun.
Yeah, I'm still very confused because I've never really had to think about it before. And I do appreciate you not like rushing me to make any kind of decision on that kind of stuff. Thank you.
This is my thing that I brought up on you. I didn't expect you to honestly give it as much thought as you have. I'm very appreciative of you.
Well, I want to be sure because I don't want to hurt you.
There is
I care about
absolutely
you very much, Quinn.
There's absolutely no way that after everything I've told you, if you were to tell me anything, there's no way that I would have any problem with any answer you gave me. As long as it's an answer that you have thought about and believe in.
I have a favor to ask you, just to maybe help me figure out stuff. Is that okay?
Of course, help you find the spark?
Well, to help me maybe figure stuff out. Maybe.
Of course.
Would you maybe want to kiss me?
Yeah, I
Just
would,
to help
but
me maybe figure stuff out, because I've never done that before, and I don't really. Yeah, I just want to see if maybe it helps me, like, figure something out. You know?
I could. If you're fine with, yes, definitely. That's not how I thought this trip would go.
Honestly, me neither.
Do you like now?
If you want to.
I do. Yes.
But you gotta roll to kiss me, Logan.
What kind of roll do I need for a spark, Logan? I'm kidding.
I feel like that's out of my hands.
Sounds like
I need
sounds
to
like
know.
intimidation. No, I'm kidding.
I need to know for science if
Nah.
it's good.
I think that he would at this point, like, again, sort of like lean forward a bit, but then noticing the rain kind of plopping down a little bit, and like you're kind of like nyeh, nyeh. With that, every time he'd like stop for a moment, he'd look to his standard, and he would put the standard like over top of the two of you
Oh,
to like stop the rain from coming down.
Like you, get the fuck out of here.
You know, oh, okay. You just
Oh no, you're gonna ruin it? Ruin it.
with 2 points, holding a cloth like that over your head is you just be holding a strip.
Do you have a shield you could hold over your
I
head?
do have a shield. That's true. That's very true.
Shield you.
I could hold my shield up. Would that be better, Logan?
Sure, it really doesn't matter to me all that much.
I would. He would lower himself down. He would put the shield up over specifically your head. At that point, and he would lean in and attempt to give Lexi a kiss.
We'll
She'll-
go up
she'll
on my
accept it.
tippy toes and try and go kill.
Session 69!
You're welcome! It's always me! Oh,
Sort of.
okay.
He'd kind of look away a bit, like. He's smiling. I'm not sure about Lexi. He felt great for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I still have a lot to think about, but that definitely helped. Thank you.
I'm glad to know it helped. Any time you want help again, you let me know.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Go back to.
And then she left forever.
Yo,
Well, I've never seen her again after that.
Turn into a fox. And
Bursts
escape
into fucking
Ohio.
Vogans, just like 10, grabs a suitcase. We can't stay here! We gotta go! We have to leave! It's worse than I thought!
He
We have to abandon him in the woods. Let's go.
After that whole thing, just like cuts to Vogan and Lyra hiding in a bush, watching this whole thing. It's like, yeah, that's cute as fuck.
Lyra softly playing music
Dear
in the background.
Daddy,
Our
when is that
carefree
terrible cat
days with her are history. In short, our pal is doomed.
Is doomed.
Wow.
I would gladly be Pumbaa.
You made it about when I thought you would. Welcome.
Yeah. He'll bow to her.
Hey.
Hi, Elmira.
Hello, Lexi. This is the entrance.
Wow.
It
Are
wasn't.
we,
It wasn't originally a gravesite. As I told you before, it was originally a place that was used as a go-between. Between Cahulus and here when my father was trying to build Summergrass. But it came to be referred to as a gravesite. Because allegedly whenever my father was turned upon by people after what happened, after people began to not like our kind, the people who had come here, the elves who had come here to build Summergrass, hold themselves up here, my father included. We'd acquired that name because they likely perished inside. I'm relatively certain that my father has some sort of makeshift grave in it. And that's what you need to reach.
do you know how far in it is?
I'm not sure the way they would have set it up. I know there's an upper chamber. That is a place that once upon a time had a magical apparatus that could link directly back to Cahulus. Apart from that, I know that there is a locking mechanism that kept people from getting into that area. But the keys to get into it were inside for anyone who were stragglers who didn't make it immediately here. So, there should be a way to open it. But since you don't already know how to, it will likely prove to be a bit of an ordeal for you. And that is what I consider to be your final test as my student.
Opening the door.
Getting inside. Once you open that door, then come back outside and get me. Everything else I want you to handle.
That's... Oh. I didn't think I'd ever not be your student.
I still want you to go on the pilgrimage, at least for yourself. And once you're done it, I want you to bring back what you find and tell me so that we can move forward with what we had spoken about before. That is, if by that point you find yourself still wanting to assist me. But, Vogan, the difference is that if we do, and if we try to make the world a better place, I'd rather that you and I stand as equals. I already think you have done far more than I ever did to make up for what you've done. You deserve to stand eye to eye with me. I believe that.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I'm not actually sure exactly of the way inside, but it's here. I've made a point of not trying to find out because, well, it seems to me like it should be part of the test. From here on, I will not help you, even if your life is in danger. Understood?
Understood.
Alright, and then you guys get through the night, you wake up the following morning around 6 a.m. The sky is a lovely golden color.
Rise with the sun.
The storm has entirely passed by at this point.
Alright.
Alright, so the plan is that we are got to get over to there, find a way into this complex, find a grave inside, and then bring your master in?
Seems to be the case, yeah.
You remember our deal, don't you?
Your pick of whatever inside?
Apart from the weapon, the thing that you say you're going to get, anything I choose inside is mine.
I'm gonna, Vogan will wander on over to the rocks. And
Quinn's already inspecting the rocks, touching the water, looking at the rocks, not liking this. He's like, I'm gonna fall.
When you make contact with the water, it doesn't hurt you immediately, but you do pick up on that. The water is unnaturally cold, to the point where you immediately suspect that there might be some kind of enchantment present.
I'm sure we'll be fine. So I will, I'm gonna make my way across using acrobatics.
Alrighty. I'd like you to roll me an acrobatics check as you go.
Alright, I'm gonna use a point of flavor.
Alright. You use a point of flavor.
Delicious.
Unlocking your tokens.
16.
Alright, so you would go... Ba-doo. Ba-doo. You begin to jump across, you leap out onto them. Whenever you hit the first one, you brace yourself, expecting it to almost be slippery as your foot hits it, but you find that the tops of them are actually, they seem to be dry, despite the water around them. They're elevated just enough that the water, though it is coating the sides and making it look kind of mossy and slippery, the tops of them are relatively secure footholds. You leap out to the center of it, you stop on one of them as you take stock of what's going on around you, and yeah, you safely make it about halfway out through the river. As you get there, and as you take stock for a second, and you remain, like, get a little bit confident about the fact that you're not falling, you see, it doesn't do anything aggressive, but you see a large shadow of a fairly large animal moving around underneath the water, about 15 feet down.
There's something in the water, guys.
Vogan, as you're like, and I'll go on my own, it's fine, you hear a clunking and clanking sound behind you, and you just witness Vogan coming up, or not Vogan, Quintus coming up behind you, balancing on a rock, dread in his eyes as he tries to keep his balance wearing plate mail on here.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Lexi's right, you shouldn't go by yourself.
Okay. Could I continue forward?
You can. Roll me another acrobatics check.
Got
Hold hands.
Vogan, continuing forward, you go 2, 3, 4. You get to about here, and when you do, you note that the ground begins to come up. You can see on the map where it begins to raise. It's enough that you can jump over there, avoid freezing in the water, and manage to get your footing and pull yourself up onto the central island. Alright, Quinn, let's do this.
We got favor for 19s, right?
Yep, you got a favor.
Okay, I'm gonna use a favor.
Okay.
And a bit.
He just sees Vogan go by, looks back at everybody else, and he's just like, okay.
Yep. Okay.
Goodbye!
Quintus like, all right, I got this. Jumps into the air in a Mario-esque fashion, freezes just above between the rocks, and then plunges into the water.
I'm gonna try to,
Crap.
I'm gonna try to make
There's a
sure.
splash as you go under. Hey, Quintus, roll me perception.
Let's fucking go!
Dun, dun, dun,
It's fine, I'm not gonna even notice anything.
dun,
Oh no, I'm gonna see it before
Oh
I
no,
die.
I'm gonna see it.
You feel and you see something large moving around underneath, and you see the slightly reflective eyes of a creature moving down below the surface. The creature looks to be quite long. Its body does expand out a bit in the middle, but it seems snake-like at first, but after you catch a larger view of it, it's more muscular. It has fins coming out the side of it. It has almost like kind of the same body shape as a Lapras, except more elongated and snake-like.
Like the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Lapras?
Fighting,
Yes.
Loch Ness, fighting the Loch Ness monster.
Oh no, it might be a Plesiosaurus.
As you see a Plesiosaurus moving around below the water.
Hello! You lovely, lovely boy!
Hello.
You guys see it like rise up, and you see its body crest just above the edge, like a shark almost, just dips above the surface and then down, and then seems to be circling around where he is.
Alright, well that's a bit of an inconvenience, especially since you're wearing 14 tons of armor. So,
She's going to go ahead and she's going to use she's going to use Hypnotic Pattern, where she saw that thing come up real quick. It's a big spell, but if it works, that'll help you out. She begins playing her violin. As she does, you see the water, the colors in the water begin to shift, and they almost form this psychedelic effect in front of you in a Quintus in front of you in a 30-foot cube, which you're just on the edge of. As it does, roll, you bastard! It failed! As it's moving towards you, it seems to get caught in it, and as the water seems to shift and convulse, the creature just stops and starts like almost floating there, as if it was paralyzed, and you can tell that it has lost its will to move for the moment. It is incapacitated, and its speed is reduced to 0. The music.
I'm not sure if that worked, but if it, he can't hear me. He should be able to get back up and avoid that thing, but in case he can't, we'll figure it out. He's resourceful.
Okay, that's a good plan.
So, Quintus, roll another perception check.
Oh no, there's a second one.
Could we not just use the perception? Okay. Hooray!
Quintus, out of the corner of your eye, you see another large figure moving in the water. You turn, and you relatively easily notice that it's moving towards you rather fast, but at the extent of its movement, you see another one of these boys heading towards you.
How far can I swim?
Water's difficult terrain.
Okay, so 30 feet is 15, so I go da-da-da-da. And then I go da-da.
You get over, you climb up, and you just get up to the edge. We'll put you about there. As you get up to the edge, you scramble up on top.
Okay, good.
There are dinosaurs!
The second one? Dinosaurs? What are those? What's a dinosaur?
It's a big.
Oh, I see. So that Cyclops we thought was a dinosaur.
No, big.
Does that mean
Orbit.
Sunder's a dinosaur?
Orbis is a dinosaur.
Orbis
I
is
mean,
a
maybe.
Oh my god.
I mean, maybe Orbis was a dinosaur.
As the two of you get onto the central island, there is a shifting in the water as you see what previously looked like it was part of the foundation of the little island you're on begins to move and unwind, and you see under the water these what look to be large series of wooden tentacles that have like woven together into larger ones begin moving and uncoiling as if they had been coiled around the central area and rise up out of the water. You see humanoid figures being dragged up with them. And you see what at first looks like corpses, but you can see they've been completely covered over with wood, as if they're the complete version of the wooden petrifying ghouls and whatnot you'd encountered in the other town. You see them rising up out of the water, each of them carrying a spear, as you see.
Ah, crap.
Raised up,
Aw.
three of
More things.
them get dropped
They are-
down onto the island that you're in. They do. I can show you here real quick. 3 of them get dropped down onto the island while these large tendrils, these almost Lovecraftian-looking tendrils, hold them up in the air as they look down at you. Their appearance would be effectively this,
I hate that.
but it would be far more covered over. The facial features wouldn't even
Okay.
have, like, they wouldn't even have orifices on their face. They would just be almost like pure, like, wooden coatings with no hair.
Alright.
So as the two of you are being made aware of these wooden creatures that are, standing there, let's see. One of them's gonna get to go. Let's see.
I love it.
Which one is that? Which one? What did you
That
roll?
one's...
One of the ones that is lifted about 25 feet up, being manipulated and moved around by this tendril that's wrapped around it. It is going to use Hurl Thorns. It is going to use Hurl Thorns on Vogan. You see its arm...
match.
Its arm just gets covered in, like, these thorns that rupture outwards, and it aims it towards you, and they fire down at you, all winding together into a single thorn, and fires like a missile towards you. And it fires. It gets a 10 and misses, but as it hits you, as you put your shield up, Quinn, as it hits it, all of the coiled thorns unwind suddenly and blast outward like a hail of needles. You need to make a dex save, Quinn.
Oh, yay.
they're they're casting ice knife. That's what they're doing.
And you fail.
Yay!
You take 1d8 piercing damage, which is reduced to 0 as it clangs off your armor, but it does manage to hit you regardless.
The armor master.
Yeah, man.
Vogan, your turn.
All right, I'm going to pull out the longsword of eruption. I'm gonna yell sharpen.
Shing, ka-shing, mark off the blessed
Ka-shing.
scabbard, and heck and bring out that longsword.
Hiya.
As you do, every time you use sharpen on this thing and you draw it out, there's like a plume of volcanic black ash that comes out with it that seems to just peel
Hell yeah.
off the blade.
Oh, it's sick. All right, I'm gonna use a bonus action to light it aflame, and let's go for some attacks.
Let's do it. That's a hit.
All right,
Eat 'em.
take that, nerd.
You strike him, it takes 16 damage, which is increased to 21, because as you might expect,
Okay.
as you hit it, parts of it catch on fire. However, it doesn't seem to mind. When you strike it, it doesn't even physically react to the damage. Cutting into it,
Still taking it. It just doesn't want to. It's just not.
it's just not
mentally
like,
reacting.
it doesn't feel pain, really.
Yeah.
As you cut into it and pull back, you notice the chunk that you cut into it. You can see the vague construction of organs and whatnot inside of it, but they've all been completely petrified into wood.
Okay. Fire doesn't. They don't like fire. So
The
If you
theme of
have
this
any-
week!
that's the theme of this week, apparently.
Luckily, there's a fire in my heart.
It's him with fire.
That's a hit.
Also
Fire
hit.
in my heart when I fight.
Oh, that was with Orbis, but that's the same
Yeah.
attack roll. Take this.
You cut into it, that one
Dang.
is destroyed. You do
Alright.
new personal best. You do 30 damage to it as you cut into it. Its body just ignites as the sword flashes with flame, and the bottom half of it is left in place and kind of just falls apart after it's left. The top half is separated from it and just bursts into flame and is ashes in seconds.
All right. Quinn, this one over here.
Got it.
All right. And That's gonna be me, I believe.
That's
No.
Vogan saying he can take that one by himself, so I should go for the other one.
Winchester has decided to disobey.
No, Winchester!
No!
Winchester,
Winchester looks towards them, sees Quinn was in danger.
Yes!
He is going to use a naver, and
Can you
he
use
is
an inspiration?
yeah, sure. I'll hit advantage for him.
Yes!
I'm gonna go ahead and roll this one for him since I'm imposing it.
Go ahead.
Hap!
Come on.
He gets an 18. Lexi, and for the sake of this, I'll actually say he moved down to the other one since you're there. You say not to do this. You hear just an exclamation from Blair, just oh my goodness, and you see rushing down and onto them, Winchester deftly moving from rock to rock, leaping like the beautiful stallion he is. Coming to a stop in the center, skidding in front of you. He like stops, whips a bit of water off himself, and then whips his head back. His mane flows in the morning sun in front of you.
My God.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's an action to move, so.
Plesio 7 is going to continue rotating in the water. He's upside down by this point.
He's just chilling, man.
As this is happening, Lexi, Vogan, Winchester, you guys hear a almost draconian growl that kind of peters off into sounding more like a lion near the end of it. Like with this very reptilian shriek that devolves into a very low, bassy roar. As you see something moving in the waterfall, you see a very long creature, a almost snake-like neck emerges, and what looks like the head of a lion and a dragon almost merged together emerges from it. At first, it looks like a serpent, but as it comes through, you see it does have a quadrupedal body, just with a very, very long neck. As it walks forward, you see that it's walking along a path that seems to be hidden just under the water. As it comes out, water pouring around it as it gives these reptilian screeches at the lot of you. It is going to go up, 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 up. As it gets to there, walks over aggressively with the fervor of a creature defending its territory. It gets over to you, reels back as if something's building up in its throat, and it expels a black liquid that is going to hit all four of you.
Logan, you shouldn't target me. I'm 50
You would
feet
have to get
underwater.
to here to do that. This creature,
Oh.
I'm okay.
Quintus,
Oh.
everyone but Vogan. It expels this black gunk that covers the lot of you, except Vogan, who like puts the sword of eruption up and it like burns it away as it's hitting it. It is foul smelling. It is like a skunk multiplied by 100. Those of you that were hit, you are poisoned.
Oh,
No,
Oh, that sucks.
You are coated in it. It is sticky. It seems to seep into your clothes, almost into your skin immediately. I'm going to go ahead and roll 1d4. Cool. You also give off a stench. Vogan, you can smell the others from where you are. You get the immediate impression that if you got closer to them, it may poison you just by being adjacent.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Maybe not
Oh.
attack this one then, Vogan.
Maybe not that one.
To give you a closer look at the creature, you see this
man.
creature.
Oh,
Oh, it's so cool looking.
like a dragon lion.
Yeah, but
boy.
it poisons this, so it's now my least
Yeah,
favorite creature in the game.
Yeah, it's a
That's
butthole.
fair.
Vogan.
All right. Should I try and focus on the serper part over there?
Yes, murder it, please.
All right, here I go.
Oh, I don't feel good. You kill it. Oh, God. Kill that thing. Oh, it smells real bad. Oh.
Oh God. I want to get away from Lexi.
Yeah.
One
I'm
moment.
gonna get away from Lexi there.
Okay.
That's painful. Jeez. Oh.
All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna erupt. I'm gonna set my sword on fire,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna go for some attacks.
Go for it.
Get him.
That's it. That you target it will be step one, but you do hit it.
Whatever. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna add some things onto this. I'm gonna put some scorpion mark onto that boy. and a point of grit.
Alrighty.
All right. It's time. All right.
It's time.
It's time.
Each time.
It is time. All right. And bam!
You strike it, dealing 27 damage to it.
All right.
It reels back, quite hurt from that. You see, whenever it bleeds, its blood has a blackish green color to it.
All right. Second attack.
That
That's
hits.
a hit. Nice. Hit.
Another 27 damage.
All right. Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
Oh, time.
What time is it? Go for it.
Hell.
Gain a favor?
Hell yeah. All right. And
19 more
Yeah.
damage. It is, you unleash a series of attacks on it that, oh, you have one more, don't you? I'll go ahead
Yep.
and let you do that before I get into anything crazy here. Oh my goodness!
Oh yes! Give me them points back.
God damn.
I hope you one-shot this thing.
Yo,
I
yeah.
hope you one-turn kill this thing.
Oh,
Get this
I crit
bitch.
with the Sword of Eruption.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I hope you one-turn kill this thing.
Yeah.
Get it, get it, get it,
Yep.
get it,
Die.
Holy shit!
Yep. You walk over to it. You get in front of it. You concentrate for a moment. You catch Elmira out of the corner of your eye. You look back towards it. You sheath the blade. Close your eyes. Everything goes dark. There's a series of slashes in front of you. And as you open them, you find that the blade is still just a bit out of its scabbard. As if you hadn't taken it out, you close it again, and as you do, several waves of fire erupt from the creature and blow backwards as its body is reduced to flaming chunks and reduces to ash instantly.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, that was a bonkers fucking turn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. Holy crap.
Yes.
Okay, now this one.
Winchester and Quintus.
Get him.
I'm gonna slice this boy up,
Alrighty.
and I
Get
have
advantage on it.
advantage and disadvantage because
Yeah.
I'm stinky, but I'm also on a horse.
Yeah.
So go for the stinky attack.
That's a crit!
Crit attack
And a bear,
successful.
bear, 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 bear.
I'm very happy with my stinky attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
deal
good stinky
19
attack.
damage.
Oof.
Then we go for a secondary stink.
Get it? Get that secondary sting.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Look at you go! Being stinky was the best thing to ever happen to Quintus.
Maybe I should give him the long Sword of Eruption.
Dude, I have so many great crit things. Hiya!
Yeah.
Also, I keep forgetting, but I crit there.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So can I use my critical flourish?
Yeah, you can. That allows you to
Do another attack with the same weapon.
Let's see. You may immediately make one additional attack against them with the same weapon as long as they're still within range. You can do this once per turn. We will consider that to have been the critical flourish attack then.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking if that could have been.
Yes.
Because I keep forgetting about it. Then I'm just gonna turn around. I'm gonna try with my second attack, if possible, to just try to sever this this thing on this boy.
Roll me an attack roll.
Da-da-da-da.
And do it against the tendril. The tendril puppet.
Against the puppet?
Yeah.
Well,
When you have
back.
advantage.
No,
Just
because
'cause
what
of
he's attacking
Okay.
is the tendril, which is
Yeah.
not definitely not a medium creature. It's a very large
yeah,
tendril.
that's why I didn't give myself advantage.
Roll
Got it.
damage. Not against the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I should have noted
Okay.
that.
My bad.
It's okay. I can remove it. It can be fixed. I did the wrong thing. Boop.
Is it an undead vine?
Wow.
Give him back 12. As you cut into it, you chunk into it, and you like get about halfway through the tendril, but it does not manage to kill it. It doesn't sever it.
Get it off.
Plesiosaur erupts from the water. Doesn't manage to make it all the way onto it, but it erupts from the water and is going to go for an attack on Sunder.
No! No!
10-foot range.
Leave my boy alone!
Goes for an attack.
Here in Grove.
Oh, critical hit.
Oh, no.
It comes up, whips its elongated neck towards him, deals 33 damage.
He has 1 hit point!
It like grasps onto him, he turns, struggling. You hear him breathing heavily as he wrenches it off of himself. One of its teeth gets stuck in his shoulder. You see him just like, you. And Quintus.
Things need to die.
You right?
Sure do.
I really want to get this boy onto the ground, but like also we could gang up on this boy and murder him. But then you might get poisoned if I get too close to you, though.
You just focus on that one. I can take care of this one.
All right, I'm gonna try to
Alright,
take out the tendril on this boy.
Roll another attack.
Yep.
That's a hit. Roll damage, but not against him.
Oh, miracle.
All right, let me untarget him. Yep.
Ooh. You cleave through it. Once again, it falls and it is lowered to the ground.
All right, fucker.
Yeah.
I have regular attack on you now. I have the stank attack. Hi-ya!
That's a hit.
Nice.
Hi-ya!
You deal 14 damage to it.
I will then try to knock it prone.
All right, go ahead.
Get knocked prone there.
Oh, you dropped a bear.
Yeah. You succeed. Apply prone to it. You bring your shield up and you strike it. You're using your weapon with one hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. He is going to get big.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Hey,
He's
All
a
right.
bag.
You'll love to see it.
He's a big.
he's a big.
He steps forward in reaction to being hit. He just reels back and lets out a roar, his size increasing, those runes covering his body again as there's a flash as you see muscles just increasing in size as he pumps up like a Super Saiyan 2, effectively. Then his whole body
yeah.
catches up, gets large enough that the plesiosaur roars at him. He just, depending on what you want him to do, he just reels back and goes for it, I assume.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna get
Make
him
sure to
with
apply
his-
the, you did, okay, you did.
I did. Yeah. Hi-yaw.
That's a hit!
Hi-yaw.
He strikes it, dealing 18 damage on that hit, carving into
Alright.
it.
Second attack.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Take
It
that, nerd.
takes 11 more damage as it reels back, letting out a reptilian scream.
Oh, this is so bad, boys. This is very bad.
I like that apart from this, though, Sunder has very much been pulling his weight damage-wise. He's being a good boy, this boy.
Yeah. He's been pretty good. The +2 sword definitely helps.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's him.
Alright. Alright. Fucking Lyra will finally be properly involved. And the first
Finally.
thing they're gonna do is they're gonna
They've
go.
released the other plesiosaur. He's having too much fun.
They're gonna do a 4th level chromatic orb. And they're gonna do it on heckin' Tendril Puppet 10 up here. That's a hit.
Get him.
They like create several chromatic orbs that they spin around their hand. They all join together. She aims the violin bow up at it and fires it. Wah! It takes
Oh.
It takes
Yeah!
54 damage. As
Hell
it hits
yeah,
it, there is a grenade-like detonation as it is incinerated on the spot.
Oh, Lyra,
Oh.
did you hit it with fire?
Hell yeah.
Did you?
Yes, fire does seem to be very effective. I agree. On account of them being made of wood, I'm sure. Who am I to complain about something that works?
Alright. Plesiosaur 7 has officially hit the bottom of the lake and is just chilling, having a good time. Vogan.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna kill this thing before I go over to help him.
Alrighty.
All right.
Swear to God, if you don't.
That's it.
Die.
Takes 15 damage. Does not die.
Crit!
Okay,
Oh,
now
shit!
you're dead. now
Yeah,
you're
you're
dead.
fucking dead. Hey, there it goes.
Oh.
He won, god
Yeah, man. Oh, I crit.
Yep.
Right. All right, I'm gonna wander over there. How many did I spend? I didn't spend any. I'm gonna Dragon Surge.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
This thing needs to die before it kills my boy.
Is this your second or your third Dragon Surge?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah. And hiya!
That's a hit.
Get him.
Die!
It takes 9 damage. One more
Oh,
attack.
come on!
That's a hit.
All right. I'm gonna use a point of grit. Yes!
How do you want to do this?
All right. I attack the wooden the puppet over there, and just my sword explodes on top of him. I dash over to help my boy Sunder. And as it reaches out to attack Sunder again, I just swing and cut off its head as it lunges for him.
Alrighty. You do. Sunder's still holding its head like in place as it, the muscles just let out a couple more snaps. He then just looks at it and tosses it back behind him into the water as the body slumps down and recedes back into it, sinking down to the bottom.
I'll pull out a health potion, one of my greater healing potions,
Nice.
and chug that.
Okay. As you do.
That's a lot of ones.
It's a lot of ones.
Yeah, it is.
You ready?
All right. Yeah.
She's going to drop concentration on that effect, and she's going to cast haste on you as you go down.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
That's my
All
wife.
right.
My wife doesn't disappoint. Heck,
Damn
it is.
right.
True. You have a
Look
very
at her
good
go.
wife.
Mm-hmm. An excellent wife.
She's gonna cast that on you as you go down, and I guess we can go from your initiative, since effectively it would have waited for you to do that. Are you diving in? I will
Yeah,
note,
diving
haste,
in.
I do not believe haste
double.
would double the speed you gain from the ring, since it's not your movement speed. I don't think it's base. Does haste do base movement speed?
You have the spell.
That's true, I do. I was kind of saying that out loud as I was going to look it up.
Yeah.
Because let's see, boobadoo. Let's see.
We've usually played it with like flying as well, where it would double the flying speed.
The
Was that
target's
base
speed
flying
is
speed,
doubled.
though?
It just says speed, so it would double.
Okay. So, 80-foot swim speed. Here we go.
Oh,
I think I can get to it.
Yep. As you jump in and you dive down towards it, we'll say that you only have to go down about 30, because of how big its body is. You get down to it, you see it spinning around, it like lets out an underwater hiss at you as you come towards it. Go ham.
All right. Coming for you, boy. And let's do some attacks on this boy.
Punch it in its fucking face.
I assume that.
That's a hit.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna put some scorpion mark on him,
Mm-hmm.
and then also a point of grit. Oh, I already had it on me from earlier.
Look at you. Look at you 1v1 wanting a fucking plesiosaur.
Yeah, man.
Got him in. It's his test. He's got to know.
I will say, you are underwater, but it's magic fire. 1 sec. Hold on.
If we're submerged underwater, he has resistance to fire.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on him.
Okay.
I was just parsing out how I felt about it being magic fire, because sometimes that matters, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Bam.
You strike him, he takes 24 damage from that attack.
Second attack.
That hits.
Bam.
He takes another 24. Oh my god, look at his health go.
Dragon Surge.
Do you have a haste attack?
You have a haste
All
attack?
right, yeah, I do.
Get him.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah,
That's a hit.
take that.
Do you have enough points for another Dragon Surge? You'll take 4 this time. My goodness.
I do. I can spend 9 in a turn.
Oh yeah, you haven't...
I've been critting
says-
and getting points back.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you think?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Look at you go. Being a blue metal boy.
Yeah. It hits.
Another
Hit.
23 damage. Oh my god.
Another
One more
attack.
One more attack.
Damn.
He's dead.
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Man, I've been taking things out, just big things out in one turn this whole game.
Oh,
Good gosh.
gross.
Well, I mean, the haste basically made it so you only had to do the one turn.
Yep.
You just go,
Absolutely.
all right, I'll be right back. Boom. 5 seconds pass. Boom. All right, I did
I
it.
just see blood. Just see blood
I
rising
get
up
there
after he
before
goes
the
down.
blood starts to pool above the water.
That's upsetting. That's dangerous, is what you are.
yeah,
he's really
I get that a
speedy.
lot.
If you were able to do that the first time you encountered Murkwire, I doubt we'd have ever had to meet.
No problem.
As you guys step out and back out onto the island, we'll say around this point, Sunder's effect wears off and he shrinks back down.
I want that experience for myself.
God damn it! No,
Jesus,
fuck you. I
we're at
want a
the-
level.
It's in
on here.
well, you were assisted by Lyra. It's going to everyone.
But not the snake lion.
Fuck you.
No, everything is going to everyone, you nub.
Such a dick.
I'm just.
You know what, maybe we should
I know
let
you
come
are.
here by yourself.
As you
not
do
me.
this, you guys turn over towards and you see that the waterfall, there is an opening underneath the waterfall, and where you looked before where the the serpent creature had walked through, you see there is a path about a foot under the water leading out into the underneath of the waterfall. As you guys stay there and contemplate what you're going to do, short rest-wise, in regards to regaining your abilities, getting the stank
bath.
off you. You guys are gonna get rid of this.
Get that
We're,
stank
we're
off.
gonna end there, I think. YouTube, we will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Slash
I
fight.
love you so much.
69.